Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel BethChatsBooks. Now today's video is going to be my November favourites video. There isn't a massive amount of things because November has been very busy for me. So I'm going to do 2 TV shows, 1 item and 4 podcasts for you. I was going to do a few things like day trips I've done. Oh yeah, I'll do 1 day trip actually that I've done that was really nice. And 1 nice family thing. Yeah, okay, that was ad-libbed just straight now, I hadn't planned that. So, the first family event is a weekend ago. Yes, a weekend ago, which was in November, so that counts. My auntie came up, she lives in Milton Keynes, and she came up to visit the family. She'd gone for a concert to go see Kasabian with my mum. And we went round for a family meal. So she cooked me a lovely fish because I don't eat meat, and then everybody else had lovely lamb. And we found out at this nice meal that my mum is getting engaged to her partner. So I just wanted to say congratulations, they are now officially engaged. And my dad last year got engaged to his partner, and they will be getting married in May this year, and my mum will be getting married in November next year. So congratulations to everyone. At the end of next year both my parents will be married to different people, which is exciting. So yes, that's that. So my mum is getting married in a registry office next year and my dad is getting married in America, but we're having a big celebration when he comes back. So there is that. And then a great family event that we also had this month is that we went, me, my boyfriend and my sister went to go visit my brother in Liverpool. He is at university there, he's in his final year. So we went to go do a bit of shopping. My boyfriend got really excited and bought a lot of vinyl records. I didn't buy so much stuff, but we had a nice meal out, went to Gourmet Burger. That was a really nice day trip. So I did a few nice things in November. I got out and about, I got out of the house, and they weren't work related. So those were my nice things. I had a nice bit of family time this month. And then I'm going to go on to the item because TV and podcasts, it's going to get very hype and excited. I've got a lot of really exciting stuff to say, so I'll just go through the item. So I finished work a few weeks ago and I just felt really sorry for myself. I wanted to get in my pyjamas, but at the moment I don't dare buy any pyjamas because I think a lot is going to come for Christmas. So I went into Primark, and Primark I've got this really exciting range of Harry Potter nightwear, so pyjamas and stuff, but I only had a £5 on me at the time. I know, tragic, I didn't have my card. When does this happen? And so I just wanted to find something that was around that price range, maybe a pair of pyjama pants or something. I just felt quite sorry for myself. And then I got distracted by the Harry Potter loungewear, and then I found this and I just had to get it. It's so cute. It is a Harry Potter kind of night dress that was a £5, guys. And it says, "Don't let the muggles get you down." So I got it in a medium because I just felt sorry for myself. I wanted it all baggy and nice. So this is in a green colour. They had another red one that had some phrasing, Harry Potter phrasing on it, I can't remember now. But I love it. I've been wearing it religiously since I got it. It's really comfortable. It's really great for a lounge day. It's just fab. And it was a £5, guys. So if you're interested, get down to Primark because there's a load of Harry Potter related loungewear. It's just great. It was really great. It was a favourite this month. And now on to TV and podcasts. So I'm going to do TV first. So obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, the last couple of weeks have solely been dedicated of your life to X Factor and I'm a Celebrity, which are the 2 programmes I'm going to talk about. So last weekend was the final of X Factor, which had Grace Davies and it had Kevin, I've forgotten his last name, and Raksu. And so on the Saturday night, on the Saturday night, Kevin got kicked out and it was just Raksu and Grace, and it was a really exciting final. I think it's the first time in ages that there's been a fierce competition where, you know, you kind of want everyone to win. So in the end, spoilers guys, Raksu won. Me and my sister really like the Raksu songs. My boyfriend hates Raksu, and so we keep playing the songs and pretending to do the little synchronised dance moves because we think it's hilarious, and it really irritates him. But we were really happy that Raksu won. We're hoping it's not the curse of X Factor, because usually when you win nothing exciting happens. But Little Mix, which were another group that won, are doing really well at the moment, so fingers crossed for that. Davies was great to see someone from the north represent, and she did really, really well. Her music is fantastic, and I can't wait to see what they have on offer. So now there's a little bit of a hole in our weekend because we religiously watch it. So I'm a Celebrity began to fill that hole, and it's the final 2 nights. A couple of nights ago Stanley left, Stanley Johnson, and there's a hole in my heart where Stanley was now. I'm a bit upset that he went because he was my favourite. And Amir just left last night. So we have Toff, Jenny, Jamie and Ian left. So the Strawberry Gate was hilarious. We personally think that was really funny, and Amir was a very naughty boy during that part. So at the moment I think Toff's going to win. My family convinced it's going to be Ian, but I think he's a bit like Marmite Ian. Some people love him, some people hate him. I've warmed to him over the series. At first I thought he was a bit of an idiot. Every time we watch the trials, me and my sister feel a little bit sick because we hate spiders, and the idea of some of the trials that they've done with spiders, there is no way on earth we'd have been able to do that. So I applaud anyone that can do any trial with spiders in them. So yeah, that's finishing this weekend, and I think we're going to be at a loss because you religiously watch it. With I'm Celeb, it's on literally every night, and X Factor was on every single weekend, so you kind of get used to watching these shows. So they've been real highlights, but this had filled the fact that Stranger Things 2 had finished for us, so we're desperately waiting for that to come back. I'm still so obsessed. I keep watching so many interviews with the actor that plays Steve and that plays Dustin, because I didn't realise it would affect me so much, but really has. I really want it back. I miss it. And in our household I've missed the bandwagon, but a lot of my family, my boyfriend and my sister and my brother are obsessed with Peaky Blinders. She's currently literally catching up on it now in the other room. So I need to find something to fill the gap after this weekend when my life is not taken over by I'm a Celeb and X Factor anymore. So they have been real highlights of the month. But now I'm going to go on to my new obsession, which is podcasts. Found some amazing podcasts that I really want to share with you guys. So I have a fascination with all things serial killer, murderess, unsolved murders, that kind of thing. And for a long time with podcasts I'd only been tentatively touching the waters on book reviews, book chats, like I mentioned in the past, Banging Book Club and What Page You On. I hadn't really delved into this world because I was a bit apprehensive, because I don't listen to a lot of audio. I don't have any audio books or things like that. So I was wondering how that was going to go. And it's gone really well, guys. So there are 2 podcasts that I'm most recently obsessed with, which are really interesting because it's took me kind of away from my serial killer, like unsolved murder, what's going on realm, into a new realm of listening to something slightly different that is equally as enjoyable for me and the satisfaction, and that is listening and enjoying podcasts about cults. Previously I hadn't always been that interested in cults, they hadn't really interested me, but these I kind of stumbled on by accident listening to some of the other podcasts. What's really great about some of these podcasts is they recommend each other, they recommend new ones to look at. So I got really excited because when I've gone through these podcasts and they've got an extensive library of loads of podcasts that I can catch up on, 70 plus episodes, I'm going to be there forever, but I'm going to enjoy it. So the first one I want to talk about is Heaven's Gate. Now this is narrated by Glenn Washington. I keep flicking over here because I've got a little tab that's telling me what it is because I got confused about all the names. Now Heaven's Gate was a really popular cult that happened in the 70s. Bonnie Nettles and Herf Applewhite are the 2 cult leaders. They named themselves the 2, so from the Book of Revelation they believed it was them that was going to get reincarnated, and they have this really interesting philosophy that they believe a UFO is going to take them to the next level. They believe they are next level up from humans. And so this is a 10-episode podcast narrated by Glenn Washington, and we're currently up to episode 7. It's really fascinating because I'm not usually a kind of person that's into sci-fi, UFOs or anything like this, but I'm fascinated by the psychology of why people get obsessed, why they idolise, why they are intrigued, why they are brainwashed, which is a really interesting term that's been discussed in length on this particular podcast. How do we define it? Is it a thing? They have real interviews from parents that have had their children go into cults. Now, without doing any spoilers, Bonnie Lee Nettles dies, and Herf Applewhite, he takes the cult on into the 90s after she's gone, and it's a very famous event where in 1997 39 or 38, including Herb Applewhite, commit suicide, mass suicide, to reach the next level. So we're learning all about why this happens. We're learning about parents who've lost their children to this cult, people who went into the cult and have come out the other side. It's fascinating. I've been rigorously obsessed every week, every Wednesday. I'm waiting for the notification on my phone that says that the next podcast is out. It's fantastic. It's still very current now. It's not finished yet. So go check it out. It'll be on Apple Podcasts, Parcast, or Stitcher, or some of these companies that create these podcasts. But it'll be on Apple, it'll be on your Samsung, anywhere you can get podcasts, it will be there because it's very popular. Go check that one out. It's my ultimate favourite at the moment. But then from that, I got recommended another podcast called Cults. And Cults is narrated by Vanessa and Greg. I've just put Vanessa and Greg because I can't remember their last names. They kind of do 2 episodes dedicated to a particular cult. So they do the 2 main leaders, or the leader, and their history, how they've grown up, how they become the cult leader, and then about the followers and the events that happen. So I've listened to the first 2 episodes of Cults, which were about the Manson family, which was fascinating for me, about Charles Manson's upbringing, and then how he got the family involved, how he committed murder by proxy, and what happened to them afterwards. It's fascinating to me, the psychology of how people devote their lives to a cult leader and do things that are outside of the norm. And then the next 2 episodes, which I have just started to listen to, are about Heaven's Gate, but then it goes on to different cults. But these are fascinating if you're interested in anything to do with cults. If you really like serial killer, murder-esque things, and you want something a little bit different, these are great things to look at because they really dive into the profile of cult leaders, the psychology behind why people join cults, and the actual facts and the juicy bits. So they're amazing. Go check them out. Apple Podcasts, Parcast, Stitcher, however you listen to them, they'll be there. And I'll also try and link information down below. And then these next 2 podcasts are on a different theme. So because I really liked the book-related podcasts, I wanted something that's kind of storytellerish. And my sister recommended Law. Now Law's narrated by Aaron Mahnke. He writes a lot of thriller stories himself. So Aaron Mahnke does kind of real life events that have a phenomena behind. So one I listened to the other day was based in Canada, in some area of Vancouver, and a man who had helped the limestone industry, but he'd created a big set of chairs and a big round table which his ashes and his family's ashes were going to be put into. He was a very religious man, and how the community then started believing that his ghostly goings on, things like that. And they've also done one where there was a big mine and lots of people died when there was an accident in the mine, and how loads of people who go and visit that site now hear things and see things. So these are really small ones. They're usually about 7 minutes depending. So they're really concise and just a little mini sode of all these different things. So they're really interesting as kind of refreshers if you've only got a short space of time to listen to something but you kind of want escapism. It's really good for that. And then the second one is Myths and Legends by Jason. I forgot his last name. This is also a really popular podcast, and he goes through the myths and legends of everything from Aladdin, of the Rule of Three. He kind of goes through Grimm and other sources of the original story and how it's differed from the one we hear now. So that one's amazing because as true escapism, it's very gory as well, because a lot of these medieval stories are, but whereas Law, more community and there's been a real life human accident and how we've projected things on it, Myths and Legends is just a bit of escapism and storytelling. So it's really fantastic. So I would recommend all 4 of these podcasts. Go and check them out. I've also, from these podcasts, been recommended other podcasts such as Unsolved Murders and Serial Killers and Generation Y and things like that. So if you've listened to any of them and can recommend them to me, that'd be fantastic. If you've got any other podcasts that you really like that you'd want to let me know about, I would be so happy to hear in your comments down below, because I'm a little bit podcast obsessed. It's getting me through the big commute into work, so it's fantastic. So that is everything. Sorry that was really long-winded. I just had a lot of things that I wanted to say, and I kind of just thought I should ad-lib really and make it natural about what I wanted to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to keep a tab on when my next videos are coming out, or you want to be alerted when they are coming out, then please click the subscribe button, and that way you can keep up to date with when my next videos are coming out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you very soon with my next video.